Vamos carajo, brothers, this is your boy JTLive, and welcome back to another episode of South Stand Signings. And boy, it is a little bit late again, and I've just been so busy with so many things, but I could not leave you a day without South Stand Signings, and a day which has yet again seen so much action. And I'm talking some negative, some positive, some signings confirmed. Let's get straight into all of it right here, right now. Just quickly before we do get into the rest of the video, there are a hell of a lot more of you who have just joined us very recently since we've been doing these transfer videos, and as you'll see in these videos, we like to break down some statistics. However, one statistic that is brutally alarming is that 77.2% of you are not subscribed. We are moonwalking our way up there, so if you could please help support me, support you by smashing that subscribe button down below, then that would be very, very much appreciated. Now, on to the rest of the video. And bang, the first story is coming from Leeds United's pursuit of holding on to that man Raphinha. Apparently, Leeds United show incredible transfer strength with the handling of Raphinha. Leeds United have showed incredible strength with their handling of star man Raphinha amidst increasing reports regarding his Ellen Road exit. Obviously, Barcelona have been in for him, but now it looks like Arsenal and Tottenham are the two front runners for his signature. For Raphinha, negotiations between Barcelona and his agents have been in advanced stages since January, but the £21 million clause will obviously not been activated, and now Leeds are asking for a guaranteed €55 million down payment and not paid in installments, and they're still holding firm apparently on that 60 to 70 million euro valuation. However, as of a contradictory report just hours after, Victor Orta crumbles under pressure as Leeds United change Raphinha plans. Leeds United are reportedly ready to reduce their asking price for Raphinha. The Brazilian winger is expected to leave the club, and he has been heavily linked with a move to Barcelona, Tottenham, Arsenal and Chelsea, who are also vying for his signature, as reported by The Athletic on the 14th of June. The website reported that Leeds are open to selling Raphinha provided the club's valuation of the player is met, which was obviously subjected to be 60 to 70 million pounds, which I think is the bare minimum we should be getting for Raphinha. However, due to the whole debacle with Barcelona not being able to pay that, more on that in just a second, according to a fresh report from Sport just last night, Raphinha has made it clear that he would want to leave and he would hand a transfer request in if it allowed him to do so. And that same Spanish publication goes on to add that Leeds would be willing to accept an offer in the region of £42 million. Are you kidding me? This is one of the craziest things I've ever heard. £42 million for Raphinha. Oh my lord, if we actually crumble like this, this is an absolute shambles. This is the biggest bottling of any situation I have ever seen in my career if we only manage to sell him for £42 million. Now, something that may change that is that Barcelona, as of last night, are set to receive £650 million in funding. As of last night, Barcelona had a massive board meeting where a lot of people, a lot of different parties voted on two main economic levers that the club could activate to raise €700 million in new funding, and that vote was passed as of yesterday. So now Barcelona aren't quite as broke anymore. Now, whilst these may help them very much with funding in the short term, these could have massive long-term detrimental effects, but that doesn't really affect us here. Activating these levers will move us out of intensive care into a ward where we can receive more treatment and soon leave the hospital, according to club president Laporta. In Thursday's extraordinary general assembly at the Camp Nou, Laporta went into a far more positive and uplifting metaphor, describing Barcelona as a Formula 1 car that had been in for repairs, and those levers would be like fuel to get the vehicle racing again at top speed. The voters were called to give Laporta and his directors permission to sell 49.9% of the club's Barca licensing and merchandise BLM arm and up to 25% of its La Liga TV revenue over the coming years to one or more partners. Both were passed by big majorities, and 88% for the BLM and 84% for the TV revenues. Club's voting socios were not giving many firm details on the amount to be raised or from whom or from where they would be giving it up in the future, but they agreed to let the board sell stakes in club assets, which could potentially raise 600 to 700 million euros before the 2021-22 books are signed off. And considering they were in 481 million euros of debt last season, they will now have some disposable income at their side. So will they use that money to go after Raphinha? Obviously their first target that they are going to be going big for is Robert Lewandowski. There was also big talks about them losing Frenkie de Jong to Manchester United, and obviously Raphinha from Leeds United. Now, does this suddenly throw Barcelona back in the driving force? We're going to have to wait and see how this story develops over the next few weeks. However, I certainly hope that Victor Orta changes his stance on accepting such a low pittance of a fee, such as £42 million. But what do you guys think about all of this? Let me know down below. But in slightly more uplifting news surrounding that man Victor Orta, Leeds United signing could be imminent as Victor Orta spotted jetting out of the UK. That is right, they are of course referring to this tweet right here by my main man Nathaniel at the square ball. Victor Orta in Manny Airport going to Belgium. Look at this absolute sauce demon right there. The beard trim looking saucy, the trim looking flary, and the shirt, okay, I'm not sure. I rate the style. I do rate the style, to be fair. He's got a nice rucksack on himself. He's looking fresh. He's looking fly. And he's flying over to the Netherlands. And no, he's not going to get a refund on the book, which is quite a funny one there. But in my opinion, he's going over to secure Noah Lang's signature. That is right. The links to Noah Lang have started cropping up once more. And it could be for a number of players going over to the Netherlands. I am making a bit of a bold claim here. It could obviously be about Romeo Lavia as well. However, in my opinion, I think that it is going to be for that man, Noah Lang. I know it seemed almost confirmed that he was going to be going to AC Milan, but that deal is still not done yet. And he was absolutely on fire in the international break. And maybe, just maybe, this deal to move him to Leeds is still on, especially with Raphinha willing to hand a transfer request in very soon. We need a replacement and we need them in quick. And I think he is moving quick for Noah Lang, and I believe he will be willing to splash a little bit more cash in order to secure the main man, Noah Lang, because it does seem like we are very resided to losing Raphinha. Obviously, we don't know how much yet. We don't know where to because of the whole Barcelona situation that is going on. However, I do feel like this will be for Noah Lang, and that does excite me. I know a lot of people think he's a bit arrogant or whatever, but he is a top player. There is no two ways about it. He is an elite baller, and I would love to see him come in. He would be my perfect replacement if we did have to lose him. Now, someone who I don't want to see come in is Phil Jones, who apparently Leeds United want to sign, according to Marca. Where the hell they're getting this information from, I will never know. They've reported this random twist in the saga. They've also shared that Michy Batshuayi would be a striker that Leeds are looking to, but Phil Jones, I'm sorry, I don't know where they've got this story from. Leeds are not going in for Phil Jones. That is one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen. Although we are going in for a lot of signings. Leeds could make 4 more signings once Victor Orta completes £10 million Mark Roca transfer, which is of course on the verges of completion very soon, basically minutes away. He's already been outside Ellen Road signing tops. Leeds reduced asking price for Arsenal and Tottenham target. Yes, we did. Another player Leeds are looking for at the back, though, is Nathan Collins. That is right. Leeds United are now very interested in Nathan Collins from Burnley. And although the kind of links to him and the rumours did kind of die down a little bit, it does seem like we are reigniting that interest, especially now that we have basically got Mark Roca through the door. Completed is what I was looking to say there. Now that we have got him out the way, we are looking forward to further options, and Nathan Collins does look like he could be the man. Are you excited at the thought of Nathan Collins coming in? I think it could be a good deal. I think we do need a little bit of Premier League proven experience back there. I'd rather have got Tarkowski out of the two of them, or Tarkovsky should I say. However, Nathan Collins, can't really go wrong with him, and I think we do need at least one central defender this season. Now, Orta to move in for 26-year-old at Leeds after January failure at less than £20 million. This could just be the move for the Raphinha replacement we were talking about. Maybe we go for Nobelang and Traore, but the links to Traore, not that you guys will be happy about it, are getting stronger. That is right. Orta knows the Spanish international Traore well. We signed the winger from Aston Villa during his time at Middlesbrough. Now he could be going for a union with the powerhouse attacker. Obviously, that is where the main link is coming in, is obviously because of his previous links with Traore, and that is why Leeds have been heavily touted as the favourites for him, and the stories just keep coming thick and fast. There is no actual concrete development as of yet, but the second that concrete development does come, be sure that I will let you know first. Here we go. Leeds are apparently interested in Michy Batshuayi, which we did just touch on just a second ago, and we are apparently interested in a summer move for the Chelsea striker, who was apparently described as unstoppable back in 2017 by Pat Nevin. However, he is the farthest thing from unstoppable in the Premier League. He has been absolute rhythm and gash at times. I'm not sure why we would want to get him. Obviously, he had a lot of potential, and if he had lived up to his potential, he would have been a really serious baller. However, unfortunately, it just didn't seem to work out for him. He had a lot of injuries as well, and his career never really took off. And for me, I don't think he is necessarily the target Leeds should be going for up front, especially after we did just put a bid in for Kalimuendo, who I think we should be going more in for. Leeds United now set to take major transfer gamble with young signings plan. It is suggested that 5 more transfers could take place, with Junior Adamo, Ben Barenton, Diaz, Morgan Gibbs, White, Florian Grilic and Takumi Minamino all mentioned as potential replacements, or rather potential reinforcements. And they're talking about our new gamble philosophy, which is obviously what we did make with Marc Roca. You know, he's not Premier League proven, he's not Premier League experienced, he's someone who's had a bit of a tumultuous time over at Bayern Munich, but still does have leaps and bounds of potential, and that does seem to be what we're going for. It's a little bit more risky, but I tell you what it is, it's more exciting, and there is a higher ceiling for it all. Another story about Leeds going in for Nathan Collins. Another story also about Leeds going in for explosive striker Albert Ellis, and his cash-strapped club have now been demoted amidst financial woe. Leeds want Albert Ellis, and their pursuit has received a shock development after Bordeaux were demoted to the 3rd tier of French football. That is right, Bordeaux are in the absolute mud right now. They have been sent down for financial difficulties. I believe they broke financial rules, and have now not just been relegated to Ligue 2, but are now in Ligue 3. I think I think that's the right way to say it. But yes, they would be very much easier to persuade to get Albert Ellis over here now. Now, the big one that everyone does want, though, is not Albert Ellis. It is Kalimuendo. And PSG have apparently made specific demand as Leeds United target the 20-year-old. That is right. PSG will look to insert a buyback clause in any deal that sees Leeds United swoop to sign in Arnaud Kalimuendo. And we spoke about this yesterday, and this for me is a complete turn-off. Post-nut syndrome, left, right and centre, all over the gaff. For me, if they put that buyback clause in there, Kalimuendo for me is off. It's done. It's off the table. Completely chalked off. I don't want to go for it. I don't want to go for a buyback clause option. If we can somehow wrangle our way out of a buyback clause option, I'd be very happy with the signing. But the buyback clause option for me just completely kills it. It litters it with mid-term mediocrity, if you ask me. And it's not really giving me excitement for the future. Now, something that has been giving people a lot of excitement is Marc Roca arriving outside Ellen Road as of moments ago, signing shirts outside Ellen Road. He's here. Here's the video of the main man, Marc Roca, in the building. As we all knew, he was waiting to have his medical today, and it does just seem moments away before that signing is official, signed, sealed, and delivered. But who might be the next midfielder midfielder coming, Kirsch Kamara? Well, I'll tell you, £25 million valuation has been slapped on the head of what it does seem like is Leeds' next big midfield target, especially with the fact that Calvin Phillips is braced to leave the club, and that is of course Sander Berge, who does seem to be the number one target for all of you Leeds United fans out there. And the £25 million valuation have been slapped on his head, with Sheffield United apparently resided to losing the midfielder. And I feel like it would be a straight Phillips out, Sander Berge in kind of situation that was going on if he was to sign. I think we wouldn't waste any time in the interim. I think we wouldn't actually let Calvin Phillips go until we get Sander Berge through the door, and it does seem like we're seriously gearing up with our pursuit for him if we are to lose Calvin Phillips. And I heard some people saying he would be a better midfielder than Calvin Phillips in a couple of years, and that he would be the best signing Leeds have made since Raphinha, which is definitely a big, bold claim for sure. And then another story about Leeds United will solve two big issues for Jesse Marsch by signing Arnaud Kalimuendo. Obviously talking about the fact that he can play either in the forward role as a striker or as a winger. However, as we know, there are going to be a lot of troubles to getting his signing permanent. But let me know what you guys think about all of these down in the comment section down below. But for now, guys, I will see you very soon. Au revoir, my brothers and my sisters.